Hello, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Larry Tritell, and welcome to Larry's Music Stories. This is the story of an all-time great Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun. The song was written by George Harrison and released in 1969 on the album Abbey Road. George used a guitar capo on the 7th fret of his Gibson J200 acoustic guitar on the recording. George tells the story of how the song was born. Here Comes the Sun was written at a time when Apple Records was getting to be like school. We had to go and be businessmen, sign this, sign that. So one day I decided I was going to stay away from Apple, and I went over to Eric Clapton's house. The relief of not having to go see all those dopey accountants was wonderful. I walked around the garden with one of Eric's acoustic guitars and wrote Here Comes the Sun. Eric Clapton said about that day, George was just a magical guy. He showed up, got out of his car with his guitar, came in and started playing. I just watched this thing come to life, and I felt very proud that it was my garden that was inspiring him. George went on to say, it was just a really nice sunny day, and I picked up the guitar, and it was the first time I'd played a guitar for a couple of weeks because I'd been so busy. And the first thing that came out was that song. I finished it later when I was on holiday in Sardinia. Fun fact, George sparingly plays a Moog synthesizer on the track, and he said about it, I had to have mine specially made. Mr. Moog had just invented it. It was enormous with hundreds of plugs, but it was one thing having one and another trying to make it work. There was no instruction manual. How great is that? I hope you enjoyed this story. Till next time, remember what the great Ian Anderson said, life's a long song, but the tune ends too soon for us all.